Hi, I'm Dark Shades. This video is about relationship role models. Now you might even ask, what is your status? Are you in a relationship? What qualifies you to give me advice about relationships? And a lot of us, that's how we grow up. We grow up taking advice from people who have no credibility, or we feel they have no credibility. They're not in relationships themselves, so you kind of think, what do they know? We look at our parents and they're not in loving relationships. The only thing we have is what's on TV or in the movies. That's our example. Those are our role models, and they're not real. A lot of the old parents who stayed the course are dying out. So they used to be our role models on longevity in a relationship. Celebrities constantly breaking up now. You look at them, they have a massive wedding, and then the next thing you know, they've broken up. There doesn't seem to be any role models for the relationships we need. So our parents, I was born quite a few years ago. So my parents were kind of very old school. So I wouldn't have seen any intimacy in that relationship. All I would have seen is two people working together. Occasionally they'd have a little play around, and then, but I wouldn't see them in conflict. I wouldn't know that they had an argument. And so therefore I saw that as my role model. That was perfection, so to speak, because there was never any arguments. So when I met my partner and I thought, oh God, I'm having an argument, I thought, oh my God, something's wrong. I wasn't taught how to resolve it. And as a result, I thought, well, something's wrong. This isn't right. I've got to end it. And, a lot of us are not to blame for our view of relationships. Like I said, if you don't have good role models, you can't really blame. It's only through learning and going through processes that you do discover what's important. Children who lack support and affection, they lack the opportunity to express a range of emotions they experience, and as a result they feel hurt, betrayed and abandoned. They don't have that loyalty from their significant others. The people who they expect to look after them are not. It's only in the last 20 years research has shown that infants need their to be held and touched. We know that they cannot grow and literally fail to thrive unless they experience physical and emotional closeness with another human being. That connection never goes away. It goes on all throughout life, and in its absence, symptoms develop, from being angry to acting out. Adolescent boys that have depression, they have addictions, they have mental illness. And it also accounts for the widespread depression among women, to problems in marriages. Anger in boys and young men is often rooted in troubled relationships between their parents. They lack the nurturing environment that they needed, healthy growth to help them grow. And we are here condemning people when there's no role models. What is one to do? Who are our role models? Who are they? Most of the parents that are growing up now, they're breaking up. You find the children are growing up with one parent, and then they go out and they try to prove their parents wrong. Okay, you didn't work it out. I know the answers. I'm going to work it out, and I'm going to get married, or I'm going to go in a relationship, and I'm going to show you that I can make this thing work. But because they don't know what it takes to make a relationship work, it fails. So I'm telling you, from a single person who has been in relationships and who has struggled to make them work, because I had no skills in conflict management, and I admit that. And I suggest that you go on a course on conflict management. It seems a strange thing to advise for a relationship, but I would advise you go on a course of conflict management. Don't look at the celebrities or movies as your role models. realise that relationships take hard work. I think the most important thing is that two people have chemistry, they're coming from the right place, they're respectful to each other, they both have what the other needs or what the other craves. And that can't be something temporary that will fade over time. It's something innate. It's something that's within us all. We all need intimacy. And that's not sexual intimacy, although sexual intimacy is important. It's that love and that's nurturance, and it's that assurance that you're going to be there no matter what. It's that stability. And it's that time that you spend together and grow together, live together, understand each other. And only through that can you make it work. So when you have an argument, don't be afraid. Don't shout it out and be angry and all that stuff. Just talk calmly and communicate. And if you've chosen wisely, that shouldn't be that hard to do. So that's all. I hope you do find your relationship model, or at least you become one. That's all for now.